I don't know what is up. Hold on. My calendar is literally okay. I don't know what's going on. Literally like swamped. Like I just every day I got something going on. Like every day. And so today I have that today I have the crystal magic workshop. I'm going to be teaching that over at Fortuna. So I'm on my way there right now. I'm so excited because I always have a blast with them. Like I always have a blast over there. It's never a dull moment like when we get together, and we always have such a good time. So I'm really excited to be doing the workshop over there. And I'm so grateful that my Bruja sisters have opened their doors to me for me to be able to offer this. Hi Desert Siren, for me to be able to offer this workshop over there. And if you guys are wanting to, I'm over here talking about the workshop and the workshop. So if you guys are interested in being a part of the workshop and learning crystal magic, how I do crystal magic, I'm sending out kits. So when you sign up for the class, you get a kit, you get a lot of handed out information. I even incorporated one of my spells, like, so you actually get a spell that comes with your kit. It's actually one of my personal spells. Hello, Whispers of Three. So it's actually one of my personal spells, and I'm sharing it with everybody who wants to be a part of this workshop and who wants to take my workshop. And I'm so grateful that you guys have like put me in a position of teaching you my magic. You know, I mean, I do videos here on YouTube and stuff, but for somebody to actually pay to go to your workshop or to pay to you know, do your online workshop, because it's online too. It's not just for here in Chicago. It is online, and there are still some spaces available. So if you guys are in the Chicago area and you're like, oh, I want to go to the workshop, well, it starts at 7. It's from 7 to 9. So it's a 2-hour workshop. And like I said, everybody is getting a kit. Everyone's getting a kit, and it consists of 5 crystals. And you get a pouch to carry them in. You get all this like reading material that you could easily add it to your book of shadows, which is what I'm going to be recommending for everybody to do, because I printed out on so much paper, you guys, and I was like, because I'm like, I care about the environment, and I like, so it's kind of like sad how much paper I printed out on for this workshop. But I'm gonna let everybody know that to add this information to their book of shadows or their junk journal, or if they have like a binder that they're putting together with different spells and stuff, like all these materials are perfect information to incorporate into your book of shadows. So I'm gonna be doing that. And tomorrow, so today is the workshop, the crystal magic workshop. I'm going to be showing how to use crystals in witchcraft, how to use their energies, how to connect with their energies, how to feel their energies, and just all the many ways that you can use crystals in your daily life or within your practice or whatever. Like, there's so much information I'm gonna be going through today, and so I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to get there. And then once I get there, I'll probably do like a quick live on my House of Spiritual Vibes channel, just to announce that I'm there. Because like I said, if you guys are not in the area and you guys are interested in learning about crystals and witchcraft, how to incorporate the two together, because yes, crystals are not just to be pretty and to have around your home to create like this flow of energy, and to there's so many different ways to use crystals in your magical workings, in your witchcraft. There's so many ways. So I'm really going to touch on a lot of those fun facts that I come to learn. And I've been working with crystals since I was a little kid, so I'm really excited. It was actually the first form of witchcraft that I was allowed to work with, because again, I come from a family of practitioners. And when you're a kid, you know, they don't let you go and light charcoal discs, they don't let you burn things, they don't let you pour oils, because they don't want you to make a mess. Especially in my family, like that was like a whole big thing. My family is like very OCD, clean, like no mess, like, you know, you can't do anything because you'll drop it or you'll spill it, or, you know, like that's where how I grew up. So a safe form of witchcraft for a child was crystals. And that's, you know, that was the first tool that I learned how to use as a child. I learned about, you know, crystals. I developed my own connections with them. I started using them intuitively, and now I'm going to be teaching a workshop for everybody else, to start learning how it is that I use them. And everybody does things differently. Let's see, hold on, I gotta see. Desert Siren says, you all gonna offer the paperwork to purchase at a later date? Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna keep, I have the classroom on Facebook. The online class is a private event. So what I'm doing is, when you want to join the class, or you want to participate in the workshop, then I would send you an invoice. After the invoice is paid, then I would go ahead and give you access into the private classroom, which is online on Facebook. It's a private event, and I'm gonna be teaching the class physically here, teaching the class, but also recording it and keeping that video in the live classroom online, if that makes any sense. I hope I'm like making sense with that. I'm sorry, I'm battling traffic, and I'm like trying to explain this at the same time. So, you know, hopefully I explained it well. So the private classroom online is on Facebook. So then if you shoot me a message, all I need is your email address and your shipping address. Then I send you the invoice. If you're wanting to participate in the workshop, you let me know. I send you the invoice for the workshop, and then I ship you out your kit. You'll automatically be granted access into the private classroom online, so you'll be able to instantly start watching the class workshop and everything. And you know, everybody's gonna be like communicating on there too, because I do have a few students on the Facebook in the Facebook classroom. So once you purchase your pass into the Crystal Magic Workshop online, I send your kit out to you, and it will have all of the items and the information, like the papers, the handouts, the spell that I put on there and everything. Like, you will have all of the same information that everybody got in the physical classroom. Only I will be mailing it to you. So yeah, I'm really excited about doing this. This is gonna be the first time that I do this, and I'm like so honored. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so honored. I get to teach a class, like somebody wants to learn from me. So let's see. Yeah, so oops, I'm using GPS and I'm like live chatting at the same time. So okay, so that's what the demo is for today. That's what we used to say back in the day, like, what's the demo? So that's what the demo is for today. I am going to teach this workshop, the Crystal Magic Workshop. And then tomorrow is my first radio show. So you guys, like I'm telling you, and it just doesn't end there. It don't end there. So tomorrow is my first radio show on Q4.org, House of Spiritual Vibes Radio. So I'm excited to be doing that. You know, I'm so grateful that the manager is he's gonna sit with me and like sit in on the whole live recording, and you know, because it's gonna be live, and I got my training in and everything. This is my one day of training, and I think I have the hang of it. But you know, when you're in a moment of doing something, when you're in the moment, you know, things can happen. So I'm just grateful that he's gonna be sitting there, sitting in with me, and just giving me that extra feeling of security. I'm grateful for that. I'm gonna have an awesome guest, Actually, where I'm going right now, Ojo de Fortuna, you guys had seen Shar, Que Mala Bruja. She was actually on one of our most recent shows on Magic Radio Chicago, and we did an interview with her and everything. So she's gonna be the same. I'm having her as the guest on my show now, so I'm like really excited because her and I, we just like, we energy flow, we vibe on like another level, and I really enjoy her company. I really enjoy our conversations together because I like to have you know, those type of conversations that, like, you know, I'm sure you guys have had these type of conversations, but where you feel like you're like bouncing ideas off of each other, where you feel like you're like learning things off of one another. You know, you feel like you just feel elevated. You feel elevated off of this, like, just the knowledge that you guys share, not even really realizing that you guys are teaching each other something. You learn something in the process of just having fun, just genuinely having fun, just being two Latina brujas in one roof, in one room, on microphones, just chatting it up. And like it's just a blast. Like, I have a blast with her, and I'm really excited for that. My first show is gonna be with her. I'm also really excited that I'm basing my first show is really gonna be based around the Hispanic Heritage Month, and I feel it's really important. It's really important topic to discuss because of I really want to give recognition to my ancestors for assisting me in this life and everything that's been like just coming to me freely without me even asking, like without me having to really go out there and, you know, and make it happen. Like this show just happened freely. It just happened freely. It's so amazing, and I feel so blessed. And I definitely want to acknowledge the struggles of our Hispanic ancestors, of our Latino ancestors, of our African ancestors, because if they hadn't gone through the things that they had gone through, the trials, the tribulations, the suffering, the sacrificing, all those things, we would never be here today to be able to experience what we're experiencing now. And, you know, and just talking about how it's important that we continue to help others, because, you know, with these like Mexican concentration camps, and these are like, there are people, you know what I mean? Like, they're our people, and it's important that we shed some light on this. And, you know, I know the news has been doing their thing, but like the news and the media, they show and they talk about it, but they don't do nothing about it. Like, I want us to do something about it, you know? So that's really what I'm dedicating my first show to, is being Latina, being a bruja, being proud of everything that I'm made of, and, you know, wanting to give back to the community in different ways. So yeah, I'm really excited that we're going to be doing this show together. And so that's what's happening tomorrow. Then Friday, it's going on there. That's why I said there's okay, so we got today, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. Then we got Friday. I've actually been invited to give like a speech kind of, like, I'm gonna be talking to some college students tomorrow. I'm actually going to a college campus to talk about witchcraft. Isn't that crazy? I'm going to a college campus to talk to students about witchcraft. I still, like, when I say it, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, so that's gonna be really exciting. Sorry, you guys, I'm like, I gotta throw myself in, otherwise I'll never make it in. Let me go. Okay, thank you. All right, it's like double dutch. Like, there's all this traffic, and you just gotta like throw yourself in there and like hope for the best. Okay, hold on. I have to do a little strategy right now, a little strategic strategic move. Okay, you go ahead. I guess I should have did that. I didn't think about it. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm trying to hurry up because I don't want to be late. I like to give myself some extra time to set up and stuff. So thank you guys for like watching my crazy ass drive. Oh, turn green. Okay, you're not gonna turn green. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I know a federal agent. He told me that those lights are bullshit. So I put my trust in him. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna be talking to a college class tomorrow, and it's so crazy because not a lot of people know this, but I don't have a high level of education, like as far as like what I do and me as an artist. And like that's the thing, is I feel like a lot of like the world's most intelligent people, I feel like they didn't have like a whole lot of education behind them, you know what I mean? But they still had this gift of intelligence. And I feel like I've been given the gift of intuition. I've been given the gift of creation. I've been given the gift of art. I've been given the gift of healing and you know, and teaching. And like I've been given so many gifts that I didn't learn in a classroom setting. You know, I learned these things from learning myself, from getting in touch with myself. I learned these things from the struggles that I've gone through, from the you know, the hard times that I've endured, you know, and making it out. And like I've gained a lot of knowledge from situations that I've been put in that have been like, I mean, I've been told this so many times, and I actually did talk about this earlier. I was talking to a sister of mine. I talked about, you know, I think one day I'm gonna write a book, because if people really knew the whole history and backstory of who Nina Soul is and how she became this person that she is, I think a lot of people would be shocked. I think a lot of people would be shocked. Like, just, I've lived a very crazy, adventurous, scary at times, dangerous at times, life. And I think one day I'm going to tell the story about it. I feel that. I see myself doing it one day, especially with all this. I'm getting hit with like a lot of education stuff, and I'm like, I'm not even somebody that's really, you know, like I'm not even somebody that's like hit like I mean, I went to cosmetology school with a GED, you know, like, and like that GED, I only got that because I really tried really hard to get this. I was taken out of school when I was in 6th and 7th grade. I got taken out of school. And you know, so I don't have all this education behind me. And but it's like when you lack something, you're greater in another you're more okay. When some people might be powerful and like great and like smart and intelligent and book smart and educated, but if you take a person like that, you put them out into the environment, you take away all the electronics, all, you know, everything that they've learned to use to be able to get by, and you put them out into the wilderness, how many of them do you think are going to survive, you know? So I know I'd be able to, because I was taught and I was raised to do that. I was taught to catch my own food. I was taught to cook outside. I was taught all these things, and I'm so grateful for that. And you know, like I used to be kind of bitter because I didn't have like this whole education thing. But then I came to realize that you don't have to have a high level of education to be successful. You don't have to have a high level of education to be smart, to be intelligent, to know what you're doing in life, to have a career. You don't have to have all that behind you. And I'm not telling, if you're in school or if you're a college student, or, if you're a younger kid watching me, which I hope you're not right now because I've dropped the F-bomb and all types of, but if you are in school, you know, continue doing what you're doing. I'm not saying to like drop out of it or back out of it, but I'm saying if you came from a family that couldn't afford to put you in school, if you came from a family that had to take you out of school for you to be able to watch your siblings so that they could make a living to be able to put food on the table, and this is the type of life you came from, do not be ashamed of later on telling your story. Do not let that be who you become in life, because you can become so much more than what you think. And I'm living, walking, talking proof of that, because that's the life I came from. And you know, and some people might feel sorry for that, but I don't. I really don't. I know that I was born and raised a warrior, and I'm here to fuck shit up. And I'm going to college, bitch. No, I'm going to college. I'm gonna teach a class, you know, or like give a speech or a seminar or whatever they're gonna have me do. I don't know. I'm gonna go up in there and I'm gonna talk about witchcraft. I'm gonna talk about what I know, and I'm gonna teach these college students something about themselves, something about energy, something about magic that they can't read in these books, because it's tradition, it's passed down, it's knowledge that's given to you through generations and generations of practice. And you know, I'm grateful for that. Like, although I didn't get to, you know, like there was so much I wanted to do. Like shit, I wanted to get into boxing when I was younger. I wanted to, mainly because I just wanted to kick ass. Like I was like really good at fighting, and that's not a good thing to, you know, be good at, but I was really good at fighting. And I wanted to do that. I wanted to be a boxer. I wanted to get into dance. I wanted to be a cheerleader one time. I wanted to get into basketball, which I'm really short, so I don't know what I was thinking. I'm really short and I was like a twig, so I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I could have been like Derrick Rose or something. I think he's pretty short. But yeah, so that's mainly the thing. Let's see, hold on. Okay, I'm really hoping I didn't miss any questions. If y'all had any questions, please say I had a question or something, and like, I don't know, or put it in like capital letters, because I'm kind of driving, but I want to make sure that I don't miss anybody. Let's see, I got Desert Siren. She said, ooh, you should have someone record it and post it. That would be awesome. For the what? The what? I don't know if you're talking to me, Desert Siren. I don't know if you're talking to me, and if you're talking to me, like, record what and then post it. I don't know exactly what. Tell me. I probably missed it. I'm sure it was like up like a whole bunch of comments ago. Hi. Oh, okay. Oh my God, so many of you guys are here. Lupe is here. Hi, Lupe. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so happy you're joining me. All right. So hopefully I didn't miss any questions. Okay, so that's what my Friday is. My Friday is gonna be, I'm going to this college campus, and it's DePaul University, you know, so it's not a small little, I'm not going to a cosmetology school, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to like DePaul University, and it's a pretty big college here in Chicago. So I'm going there, so I'm gonna go talk to the students on Friday. Then Saturday, yes, you guys, I know I've been already receiving phone calls and text messages. Yes, Saturday is my birthday. Thank you guys for like remembering, and like you guys are already like making me feel special. I get all blushy and shit. But Saturday is my birthday. I turned 34. I am really happy that my birthday is on the same day as the new moon, because I have some very special workings planned for myself, and you know, I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that energy. And I'll talk about the workings later on, what I ended up doing. I don't like to talk about it beforehand, because I don't know who's all watching, you know, so you gotta kind of keep things to yourself until after you do it, and then you can talk about it. But before you do it, don't talk about it. I've come to learn that. So yeah, so Saturday, the new moon, my birthday, I'm gonna be at the radio station. Normally we'd be doing our live station at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, but there's an event that's taking place over there, so I'm gonna be walking around interviewing people, and the event is Pagan Pride. And so I'll just be there walking around interviewing people, just, you know, looking at all the vendors, just having fun. I didn't want to work on my birthday. Like, I could have said, like, oh, I wanna be a vendor, but I'm like, fuck that. Like, I'm not gonna work on my birthday. Like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna take that day to just, I'm not really gonna be chilling because I gotta, you know, I'm gonna be interviewing people, but I still enjoy interviewing people. I get to ask people questions about themselves, ask them questions about their business, what events they got coming up for themselves, different things like that, and it gives me a chance to network. So that's the other thing about me, is I'm always networking. The other day I went to, where did I go to? I went to Spencer's. I noticed this girl, she was looking at like the witchcraft books they got there. And I walked up to her, I was like, hey, how are you? I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be up in your business. I'm like, but I noticed you were looking at these witchcraft books, and I own a witchcraft business, and I'm actually hosting the 3rd annual Chicago Witches Ball. So here's my card, check it out, you know, I'd love for you to come, blah, blah, blah. That's just how I am. Like, that's how I just have that confidence in me. I don't hesitate. I do not hesitate. And my husband be like, oh, like, what was that? Like, oh, I seen she was looking at blah, blah, blah. And then he's just like, he's like, my wife is crazy. And then, and like, but he likes it too. Like, I know that other people find that attractive when you have that much confidence in yourself. To just walk up to some random person, I mean, she could have just been like, get the fuck out of my business and take your damn card, or flicked it on the floor or something. But no, she was really happy that I approached her. And I do that all the time when I go to a restaurant, when I'm eating, or when I have a drink, or, you know, whatever the case may be. I'm always networking, because you never know who you might meet. You never know who they might know, and you never know what connection could build from just that, you know, that small little conversation. So I like networking, so I'm gonna be there like a social butterfly that I am. I'm like a social butterfly. I get all, you know, I get all happy and like floaty and shit, which some people don't like that, you know. Some people are like, ugh. And I'm like, you know, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just me. I'm me, and not everybody can be me, and not everybody likes how I am, but that's fine, because I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying life. I'm being full of life, and that's, to me, that's like not being, you don't want to be wasteful, you know, like, don't waste a day, don't waste an hour, don't waste a minute, don't waste a second of not being true to yourself. And if this is who you are, if you're this fucking energetic little rainbow of fucking light just running around bouncing off of shit, be that little rainbow of energetic light bouncing off of shit, like, and do it good. And that's it. That's all you can do, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's the story I want to leave behind, is like, oh yeah, Nina was a little energetic little rainbow ball of light, and she fucking shitted sprinkles and, you know, Skittles and shit. Like, that's, I don't know, that's just me, that's just my personality. But whatever floats your boat, just be true to you. And Sunday, I'm supposed to go to a monster truck show. I was gonna say a monster truck show. You guys ever seen the Monsters? I used to love that show when I was a kid. But I'm going to a monster truck show. Possibly, if I'm too tired and too like drained, I'll probably end up just staying at home, and I still have to like put witches ball stuff together. But I've become like a yes woman, not a yes man, but a yes woman. Like, where if somebody's like, oh, do you want to do this? I'm like, yes. Do you want to do that? Yes. Yes. That's become me. I don't know why. I just like I've been saying yes to everything, and like it's been like literally like the movie. If you guys have ever seen Yes Man, it's kind of been like that. Like we're just things just start happening that's just like, you know, you experience some like really cool shit, and you get like these opportunities thrown at you, and of course I'm gonna be kind of like, you know, I'm you know, like, oh, do you want to jump off this bridge? No. You know, like certain things like that. But when it comes to like doing something social or doing something active or something that's gonna help me to get myself out there, you gotta be a go-getter. Like and it's crazy because my dad taught me that. My dad was the one that showed me that. You know, you got to be a go-getter. You got to make your dreams happen. They're not just going to come to you. You got to chase them. And that's what I'm about, you know? So, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's my little inspirational, motivational messages that I got for you guys today, is just to, if you want something, make it happen. You know, if you want to do something, do it. Don't wait till tomorrow, because you never know what tomorrow holds, you know? And I'm grateful and I'm blessed to be able to have all these things happening in such a short little amount of time. And you know, and just like I'm starting to see like a new community forming, and I'm loving it. And you know, it's really good, because you know, for a while when I moved over here to Chicago, when I moved over here from Wisconsin to Chicago, I was like, you know, it's like you're like the new kid in school, and you're like looking to have like friends and stuff like that. Like that's kind of how it was, trying to find like a community to connect with. And you know, like I don't know, like that's just how I'm just like, hey, like be my friend, you know, like. And sometimes it didn't work out, and I learned my lessons, and you know, I grew from it, and I came to realize things about myself. And you know, you can't just give your trust and wear your heart on your sleeve, because sometimes people will take advantage of that. Sometimes that heart will get broken, you know. But it's all a learning process. Everything that we go through in life is a learning process. And you know, when we go through these things, it's helping to build our character. It's helping to form us and to mold us and shape us into the person that we're destined to be. And I believe that, and I don't regret anything. You know, I don't regret anything that's happened, you know, from my childhood to just a couple months ago. I don't regret nothing, because it's all been to form and to shape me into who I'm becoming. And I accept that with honor, because I know that, and I put my faith into the spirits that I work with, and my ancestors and my spirit guides. I put my faith in them, because I know that no matter what happens, they have my highest interest at heart. And I go through things just telling myself, like, you know, and I pray to myself. And I learned this prayer from my padrino, is you know, when you're praying in the morning, or even at night before going to bed, you know, like you pray and you say, may nothing but the highest good, wait, how's it go? Nothing but the greatest good and the highest truth. I missed my turn. I knew it. I was like, is this my turn? Oh, it's all right. I'll get off on the next one. The greatest good and the highest truth. That's it. And I'm living by that. The greatest good and the highest truth. And, you know, and I make myself as a part of that energy of, not only do I expect that to come to me, but I also give that. That's the energy that I give out. Like, if anybody was to ask me something, I don't lie. And I've gotten to learn that I sometimes need to be a little more gentle with how I say things, and I accept that. You know, like not every person can handle a truth in the way that you can handle it. You might be able to handle, like, just keep it real, just get straight to the point, like, let's not sugarcoat shit, like, just give it to me how it is. And that's how I am. But there are people out there, whether they be your friends, your family, your children, your co-workers, your employees, your your neighbors, your whatever, people around you. Not everybody can handle hearing things the way you can handle it. And that's not to say that it's their problem. Oh, because I was kind of like that. Like, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. If you can't handle it, that's your problem, not mine. But that's not really showing me, and it's not teaching me something. There's a lesson to be taught in how we present things to somebody, and a gentleness. There's a gentleness that we need to have when we are saying something, and also by saying something in a way that's not going to be taken as I'm coming from a place of wanting to hurt you. It has to be coming from a place of love. And sometimes people might still not accept, what it is that you're saying when you're coming from a place of love. But at least in your heart that you were giving them this guidance, or you were giving them these words they were coming from your heart and no place else. And if these people decide to no longer be around you, at least you can say that. At least you can know that it was not your fault, that you didn't say something or do something in an ugly, hurtful way that made these people just disappear. It was that you might have said something that poked them in a place that was not healed yet, and maybe a place that they don't want to heal yet because it's too painful for them to face the reality of going through the healing process. Whenever we go through a healing process, it always hurts before it gets better. It always hurts before it doesn't hurt anymore. It's a lot like going through surgery. When you go through a surgery, you have to heal, and you're still gonna have your times when it hurts, but you somehow, there's endorphins that are released within your body, and different things that happen chemically within your body that help you to deal with that pain. And and sometimes there's other things that medications and stuff like that, but there's a level of pain management that we take for our physical bodies. There also has to be a level of pain management that we do for our spiritual and our emotional bodies as well. And not everybody is ready to face that. So sometimes we have to be okay with letting go, and I've come to realize that in a lot of different ways. So yeah, I definitely feel like life is the biggest classroom of them all, and going through it, you're gonna learn a lot of things that again can't be taught to you in a classroom, because they don't teach us to be this way. They don't teach us this in school. They don't teach us dealing with emotional and mental pain and energetic healing and things like that. These things are not taught in school, and that's how come so many of us are emotionally disconnected from each other, and we lack empathy, is because we've numbed ourselves instead of facing these things. So yeah, I'm excited to talk to this class, because I feel like I'm gonna go on like I'm hoping to help some people to realize certain things and what witchcraft really is. And I'm glad that I'm able to I'm representing what it is that we do, but I'm representing what we do in a way of not like, oh, I'm gonna curse this person and hex this person, and all these things that is like, like, if you're gonna learn how to do those things, if you're gonna be good at those things, you have to learn and you have to know how to heal people. You have to learn and know how to do good things in the universe for others, if you're gonna be doing any type of spell work, and it all comes with building your character and having morals and having sorry, I'm trying to like see where I'm supposed to turn. Hold on. Okay. But having morals and having integrity, and these, oh, there's so many big bumps over here. Oh, and these are things that are not taught in a textbook. You know, so and I hope that even talking to you guys right now, right here, I hope that, you know, some of you guys were able to learn something or heard something that you needed to hear, and I'm hoping that that in itself will help you to tell somebody else what it was that you learned on today's Riding with a Witch, you know. And I just hope that that guidance helps you in some way, shape, or form, whether you needed it or not. Or maybe you didn't think you needed to hear anything, but you heard it and now you're like, yeah. Be open to receiving knowledge, be open to receiving positivity, because so many of us are so, like, you know, I like, there's people that like are just, sometimes you feel like they don't want to get out of these, they don't want to get out of this rut that they're in, because they like the attention that they get from complaining and talking about it. It's like, well, what are you gonna do for yourself? Because, and this is where I gotta be a little bit sugary about it, because what I really want to say is, if you're not tired of going through it, I gotta be honest, I'm tired of hearing about it. You know, like, I don't, you know, you're calling me with all this, you know, low vibrational energy, and like, I do a good job of blocking myself, but you know, when you're trying to be positive and motivated and driven, and you know, like right now, there's gonna be times that you kind of have to shut yourself out from the world around you. Not saying that, it's not saying to permanently do it, but if you know that you have to focus on things, focus on those things, because I tend to get real caught up in conversations. I mean, imagine if we're on the phone. I mean, I will be like, we're already 44 minutes. Imagine if we were talking on the phone. Like, I'm driving and talking to you guys now, but I'm talking to a lot of you at the same time. But some of us will be on the phone all day, and then by the time you know it, what did you get done? And then you're stressed out because you got to get these things done that you didn't get done because you were on the phone popping your gums. Like, you know, I don't want to be that person. So I'm like, no, like, I have to manage my time. I have to do this, I have to do that. And that's how I go about it. And you know, a lot of my people, they all understand, because they all know, like, and I hear from them like, oh, I didn't want to call you because I know you're busy, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, you know, like, you know, sometimes I'm like, no, don't feel like, if it's like something big and something major and something's happening and you need me, always call me. But if it's just, you know, if you know, for somebody to say, I know you're busy and that's why I haven't called, like, that to me is like, you were being considerate of what I got going on, and I appreciate that, you know, like, so you know, appreciate people when they tell you that. When somebody tells you that, it means that they thought about you and they put you first before themselves, you know, like, that's a great thing to have people like that within your circle. And that's what I mean, is like, I wanted to be a part of like something coming over here, but after seeing what this something is, I lost my interest in being a part of it, because I realized I don't fit into this, you know. So I started making my own little, you know, my own circle, and my, you know, and I always say, you know, I say little, because for me, quality is always over quantity. I mean, you could have a squad of like 30 witches behind you, but if you guys are all talking shit about each other and putting each other down and belittling each other, and you're all jealous of each other, and you know, like, and this is like, that's, to me, that's bad energy. That's something I wouldn't want to be a part of. But when you're a part of a small circle, and say there's like maybe 10 of you or 5 of you or even 3 of you, you know, and you're all elevating each other and building each other up and celebrating in each other's victories, not only just in your own but in each other's, and believing in each other, and you know, motivating each other like that. That's the type of circle that I want, and I feel like that's what I'm like building into, and I'm really excited about that. And you know, it's good to feel like you can help people sometimes, but when you're in a circle and you have to help everybody and nobody's helping themselves, it can be very draining. And you know, so, you know, sometimes we outgrow relationships, sometimes we outgrow friendships, sometimes we outgrow even just being, you know, our personality. Sometimes we change our personality because we outgrew that way of being. Oh, it smells like spray paint down here. We outgrew that way of being, and I feel like that's what I've done. Like, I've outgrown a lot of how I used to be. You know, I think back and I'm like, man, like, I was crazy. And I'll share stories here and there of like how I was with certain people, and they'll just start laughing like, get out of here. I'm like, no, for real, like, for real, that's what I used to be on. And tagging is when you spray paint names, or there's like a lot of pictures, and a lot of it's really beautiful art. I love street art, is like my favorite. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's spray painting right now. Hold on, let me, oh no, I can't turn him. Ooh, he's doing some nice work. Oh, there's a couple of them. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how they're doing it. I'd be high as fuck if I was down here with them. Whew. Ooh. I'm driving and I just like, I could taste it and smell it and everything. But yeah, they were just doing some graffiti art right now. Alright, you guys, well, I'm about to get here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed riding with me today. And hopefully I was able to give you guys some like insight. I'm definitely gonna go back and read all you guys' comments. Oh, record my college speech, that's what you said. Yeah, I'll see if I can have somebody do that for me. I get real iffy about letting anybody hold my phone though, because if they were to like accidentally swipe to the side or something, and like, you know, I don't know what they might see. But I'll see, maybe I'll bring like my camcorder or something. Well, even that shit, that's even worse. Yeah, I'll have somebody, I don't know, maybe I'll have like, I don't know if one of my sisters wants to join me or something, and they can record while I do my speech and stuff. At least I don't want to care if they seen something. Like, I'd be like, yeah, you know, your sister's a freak, I know. But I don't know. So that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this riding with a witch. I'm gonna do like a quick little live just to promote my my crystal magic workshop that I'm gonna be doing, and let everybody know that they have the option of doing the online workshop if they want to be a part of it. I believe it's $31, and you get your kit mailed to you and everything. That, you know, that $31 is including the shipping and everything like that, so it's not bad. I mean, you get 6 crystals, you get the knowledge, you get like, you know, the whole everything, the whole curriculum, you get all printed out and sent to you in your kit. And it's only $31. And again, like, knowledge, it's really hard to slap a price tag on it, because I always say that knowledge is something that's going to last you your entire lifetime. So that's it, you guys. Thank you for riding with me today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up to support your sister, and leave your comments below. Share this video if, you know, you feel somebody needs to hear it. And I will see you guys at the next video. Divine blessings to you today, tomorrow, and always. Ashe.